Argentina, England, Spain, and Portugal. In fact, these are the like the toughest team in Pot One. From the way it is. Now, if you roll it to Pot 2, we have the likes of Mexico, the Netherlands, Denmark, Germany, Uruguay, Switzerland, United States of America, and you have Croatia. In Pot 3, you have teams like in Pot 3. Let's look at the Pot 3 quickly. The teams that are there: Senegal, Iran, Japan, Morocco, Serbia, Poland, South Korea, and Tunisia. While in Pot 4, we have countries like Cameroon, Canada, Ecuador, Saudi Arabia, Ghana. And then the winner between Scotland and Ukraine will be facing Wales. Costa Rica will be playing against New Zealand, and Peru against Australia or United Arab Emirates. That will be done in June. But from the way it is right now, we have 3 pots there. Now let's quickly look at the 4 pots rather, the 4 pots, and then we'll be looking at the probables from the way it is. You have Qatar, Brazil, Belgium, France, Argentina, England, Spain, Portugal. And for a lot of people are looking at, if in Pot 2, people will be dodging to play against Germany. Most teams in Pot 1 will be avoiding to play Germany because of their football style. And it's possible that Netherlands will be facing France for the first time in football at the World Cup.
Okay, it's going to be an interesting draw, and it's going to be interesting World Cup this time around. And I think they shouldn't be scared of only Germany. In fact, they should be scared of Canada.
Canada, yes.
That's the truth. And they should be scared of all the nations that qualify, including the Ecuador. It's not about, yes, if you look at the Pot 1, apart from the Qatar, that they are the host country, the top best 7 country in the world, they are there. So it's like 1st to 7 are in Pot 1 plus Qatar. Then if you go to Pot 2, you have 8 to 15th. Then if you go to Pot 3, you have from 16 to. So that's how it's been done. So let's see what will happen. They will pick a country from Pot A, a country Pot B, C, and D to form Group A. So that's how we're going to have it up to Group H, the 8th group that we are going to have. I see a situation where we'll have the likes of, like rightly said, probably France and Germany to be in the same team. Let's see what will happen when we have Portugal and Uruguay in the same team. Okay, let's see what will happen if we have the likes of Senegal. Let's have them with Argentina or Switzerland and see what will happen. So it's going to be very interesting. But the truth of the matter is there won't be an underdog this time around. In fact, probably this will be the first World Cup, maybe, that will have a winner outside the top 5. Because no team, you can't underrate anybody anymore in the world, in the game of football right now. So in the next few minutes, and it's going to be very, very interesting. But for me, and I'll be rooting for African country.
Okay, let's look, now if you look at African country, most of all the 5 are actually, they are in Pot 3 and Pot 4. Senegal, Morocco, and Tunisia in Pot 3, and you have Cameroon and Ghana in Pot 4, where, well, who knows, those so painful, Nigeria should have been there. But from the way it is now, it is very possible that most African countries could actually face most countries in Pot 2.
Yes, they will face in Pot 2 and probably in Pot 1 also, because it will be done all over. So I think they have what it takes. Sincerely, they are representing the Africa, and either we like it or not, they are the best in the continent for now. So we have the best team in the continent representing the African continent. So I think I see a situation where an African country will go beyond the quarterfinal that we've been for years. I see an African country getting to semi-final this time.
Okay, now if you look at this, if you look at now, we have 29 teams so far that have qualified. We're still waiting for 3. That's between Wales and Scotland, Ukraine, Costa Rica, New Zealand, and Peru versus Australia or United Arab Emirates. So if you look at the 29, at least those that know that yes, we are there. The 5 African countries, Cameroon, Ghana, Senegal, Tunisia, and Morocco. Yes, a lot of people will be like, okay, it's very, very confirmed that Senegal could actually prove a point and move. And people will be looking at Senegal a lot from this in this competition.
They're the African champion.
African champion, African best team.
They're the best in the
number
Africa.
1 in Africa, and every other thing attached to it. But I'm looking at, really, people need to be very careful by not underrating Ghana.
Well, the Ghanaians, I think they have a very good tactical formation. sincerely, I agree with you. They shouldn't underrate them. And one thing about the game of football is the underdogs tend to perform better. Than those that you've already put your eyes on. Sincerely, Ghana, they'll go a long way. Tunisia, I don't really know what happened. Every World Cup, you see them qualifying. They'll be there. They are just taking the slot. Then after the group stage, you see them, they are out. Look at Senegal. Their first appearance at the World Cup.
They shocked France.
They shocked France. They shocked the world. And since then, they've been consistent. So I see the same thing happening.
And look at Ghana too. They nearly
they got to the quarterfinal too.
They nearly got to the semi-final.
They lost to. So what I think the African countries, the coaches need to work on now is their tactics. Once we are able to qualify from the group stages, then how to do the round of 16, the quarterfinal should be their own mindset. Most of the European countries, you know what they do? They know how to do delay tactics. You have 5 substitutions now. That's counted against us at the World Cup also. When you need to delay the match, you don't delay the match. When you need to be defensive, offensive, you need to do that. When you need to put pressure on your opponent, so it's all about tactics. There's nothing that they are doing better than us, just the technical ability to read the game, to know what to do at a particular point in time. That is what I think it is needed by the African coaches, the players, to do this time around. I see Africa breaking the jinx of the quarterfinal this time around. Who is it going to be? Senegal, Cameroon, Morocco? I don't know. But I see an African country getting to semi-final.
Now, but from the way it is, let's assume the World Cup FIFA is there. In fact, the team song is there. I love the fact that at least in Nigeria, maybe Davido is among all the 3 artists. At least if you can't be at the World Cup, we have someone that represents.
And then a coach artist there.
Oh, JJ. JJ, know they sing.
But it is there as part of.
No, as assistant
at
the draw. I'm talking about, okay, if you can't go to the World Cup, at least you have someone who is still representing Nigeria. They will still mention Davido is from Nigeria. Okay, well, we just have to console ourselves. Whatever it is, we just have to be happy. But now we'll be looking at the World Cup draws. Almost it will be starting soon. FIFA really, they've waited enough rather. They waited for at least 29 countries to qualify so far. 3 months ago, by June, the 3 will be joining them. Well, we'll be looking at the probables. All the countries are actually possible to play themselves. But we're looking at African countries that can easily make impact at the World Cup. Well, maybe I'll be rooting for Ghana. Yes, I'll be rooting for Ghana and Senegal.
Why Ghana?
Okay, good. It's not because they dumped us out of World Cup, but seriously, I just have that. A lot of people will be like, Ghana that managed to qualify or something. What I'm saying is,
they beat us
after the Nations Cup or during the Nations Cup. Their performance was very woeful, but they were able to rally around. They got a team, got Otuado and Chris Hughton, and they were still able to manage themselves to remove, at least dumped us out of World Cup qualifier. And now they have ample time to prepare ahead of the World Cup. Now they have everything it takes to go, okay, let's go there and shock the world.
Wow.
Now, for me, the reason why I'm picking Senegal, because I see that team as, this time around, very humble, not the normal Senegal when Elhaji Diop was there. But now, being the fact that Aliou Cisse, a former player who is their coach, and the man, that's their captain now, Mane, very humble player. I think to some extent, his luck or great, what would I call it, as with the entire team has been working together for Senegal, winning the Nations Cup, qualifying, even when they were trailing. Egypt were almost celebrating that they've qualified, but they were shocked. Now, they will be going to the World Cup. So I see Senegal and Ghana. That's why I say, for me, I'll be pitching my tent towards those two. Tunisia, just like you said, they are pretenders. They will get there before you know it, they are beaten. For Morocco, well, maybe they can make some, let's see what they can do, depending on the group they actually falls to. For Cameroon also, yes, they will, because I remember what they did at the Nations Cup, Abubakar, Visa, and all the entire squad to Kambi and all that. But from the way it is, I really hope they can make impact, because Cameroon needs to up their game when it comes to play internationally. If you watch internationally, they have the strength, they have everything, but when it comes to that technicality, that's where they always get it wrong. They believe that they have the physical ability to melt every player, but you see some countries that you underrate them, like those European, Denmark, Croatia.
They know-
they
they know-
play you out.
They know what to do, when to eat you, when to defend,
Yes.
and when to go.
Even
out
if you are as big as a giant, they know how to place you, and you just be running around. At the end of the day, you know that you are out. So I'm pitching my tent. Hopefully, Ghana will not disappoint me, and also Senegal.
Okay, and I agree with you sincerely, because there's one good thing about the Ghanaian team. Since they got it wrong at the World Cup, so they went back home, changed their strategy.
Nations Cup.
I'm sorry, Nations Cup. They went back home, changed their strategy, look for a roadmap. What do we need to do now? Okay, the problem we have is we need to restructure our team. They did that. Most of their players are unknown.
Very, very unknown
They are
players.
unknown. And look at the teamwork they did.
And they were
And
able
look
to
at
achieve.
look at the leadership. At our game also against Ghana, there's no leadership on that field.
Exactly. Everybody
no
was
leadership.
just.
You're just doing
Everybody
whatever
was. Nobody
you
was
like.
looking. They were not looking at. Okay, this is our leader. All of them were looking at Party.
I said also in the morning, Alaina, maybe he was pregnant, I don't know. He was holding his back, and Ekong was telling him, come on, stand up.
Basi was
Basi-
tired. He
was-
started well, but
even-
later he
I
got
don't-
tired. He
we should-
got
we
injured,
should even
kind
talk-
of.
Let's talk about people that are going to the World Cup, not them.
Etebo, for me, that day was. Let's just leave
Just,
the way it goes. Let's
put them aside.
Okay.
So I think that's what will count for them a lot. The Senegalese team, they have teamwork. They work together, massive defense and massive attack. Sincerely, if you watch their game against Egypt, the qualifier, none of the team supposed to be at home. Both teams supposed to represent African continent had the World Cup. Their game from the word let go, it was fire, pace, speed, strength, determination,
ready for
commitment.
each other.
They were ready for each other, sincerely. So they lost because someone needs to win. So take it you can't take it away from them. The Senegalese team, they will do a lot, they will go a long way. The Ghanaian team also, they will do the same thing. But once they get it right, because the Europeans will know what they did. During the Italian,
90.
No, not Italian 90, Nigerian, Italy.
Okay, the match that we
The
played.
match that we played again in USA 94.
1994.
Yes.
1994,
1994.
yes.
Italian,
When we thought
they just look at, they have only two outstanding players. Daniel Amokachi, just enjoy him. Emmanuel Amuke, deal with them. When they dealt with two of them, we are out. Nothing for us to do again. And they had a free kick, and they just called Baggio. They gave him the ball. So that is what we need to work on. We need to work on and they need to work on, Africa, we are one.
Of course.
This time around, we are one. So they need to work on their technicality to know what to do at the right time. Take it or leave it, African country, we're getting to semi-final this time around.
Hopefully, Ghana, Senegal, Cameroon, Morocco, Tunisia can surprise the world by getting to semi-final. Who knows? Maybe they will even scoop the cup. It is very possible. We've been looking at the chances of countries that will be facing one another at the World Cup, where the draws will be coming up tonight. Well, we just quickly, before we go, to let you have some transfers to Barcelona. They makes bid for 3 Chelsea defenders: Rudiger, Azpilicueta, and Christian. Those are the 3 players right now that Barcelona are really looking. They want to get 3 players. I still don't know how they want to do it, but anyway, they've made a bid and now they are waiting. And for RB Leipzig set for talks with Nkunku. That's the story also. 7 top clubs, Manchester City, Man United, all want this man. Bayern Munich, inclusive PSG, all of them want him. Even Arsenal, 7 top clubs, they want Nkunku from RB Leipzig. That's the story trending also in the world of transfer. And to let you know that Adidas actually unveiled Arila. Arila is the ball that they will be using at the World Cup. Now, that particular ball has been unveiled by FIFA, and that will be the ball that they will be using. They said, according to FIFA, the speed of the ball is very, very fast. So it will be answering the call of the boot from all the players that will be coming for the World Cup. Well, the good thing is that the draw will be coming up. Let's see what they will do with Arila by the time they start. Well, we just have to go now. Our time is far spent. We just have to move right now. I want to appreciate your time on the show.
It's my pleasure being here.
Good one there. Hopefully, let's see where Ghana, Senegal, and the rest will actually lies in the FIFA World Cup draw that is coming up. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.